Greetings, ladies and gentle players. It's another wonderful day. What it probably is, I imagine. It couldn't possibly be a bad one, because today you get to look at Hanin Shuei. We're going over one of his games, one of my favorites from uh my chat, apparently. My mod loves Shuei. Some other people do. His games are known for being very, very close and going to counting. And after the day I've had, this is not one of those games. I've chosen one of the very, very rare few where they do not go to counting. But hold on, don't tune out yet, those of you who like counting. Hear me out. A lot of this guy's play is still very, very interesting simply because you get to see a lot of old stuff that's kind of come back with modern AI. It's very interesting. So, Shuei is black. He starts off with a 3/4 stone. His opponent, the higher rated one, I guess, at the moment, played over 100 years ago. This is now, at the time of recording, a game that is played 139 years ago. In fact, double 3/4 from the Hanin bow. And yet, Z8 Don gonna go ahead and challenge that. He's gonna go and kill him. Gonna go ahead and kill him, sir. Alright, so we've got aggressive player, and Shuei is just not having it. He's just like, I'm a chill. Now, some people in my chat are pointing out that this is a person who did not blossom until they were already over 8 Dawn or something like that. But you know what? I like looking at the early games. Call me old-fashioned. I like looking at Lee Chang-ho before he was 9 Dan. I like looking at Shabano before he was 9 Dan. I like looking at Lee Sedol before he was 9 Dan. All of their early games. Because even though they aren't top form, they're kind of coming into their strength. And I think that's just amazing to see as well. Alright, so we've got this game. Dual approach, obviously from white, which is very, very nice. Very chill. Enclosure, not responding. Cool. This definitely reveals its age. It's hard to look at a game like this and not know how old it is by the large extension that's being played here, because we're taking away the enclosure, or sorry, the extension from the enclosure here. We're aiding this one. Very, very old-timey move. Nowadays, it'd be more like we're going to go ahead and do like the leany stuff first and things like that. This one, ooh. Shuei didn't start innovating until the 1890s. Well, this game, okay, yeah, a little bit. Little bit before that. But don't worry, we're going over 2. Black approaches. Now we've got a nice little interesting game as well. Gotta get these pincers correct. The double approach here is interesting. Nowadays, it would almost always be here because you give the invitation to like Taisha stuff, or just peeking out for like a larger thing there, or being aggressive and playing here. This is the more normal one. This, I'm not really sure about this one, because you can still come on out. This is safe to play because there's no inside wedge shenanigans. Bit of an unusual move. Shuei decides to just chill and take nice, solid, simple territory. While we have a modern pincer. This is the AI's favorite, usually when we're pincering 3-4 points. This is the one it goes for. However, as I mentioned, this is a bit more of an aggressive game. So black comes out. I do like that a lot. Like if we just go and just continue doing other things, for example, white gets to keep building, making all of his points strong. Don't like that so much. I am a big fan of the separation, because now these two stones have an extension way over here, and that's way too far away. So white fixes, and black's like, I said that's way too far away. So in he comes. All right, all right. You can kind of see the thought processes here. We're noticing like how far away extensions are, not getting too close to blacks, noting that whites is too far away. Nice, simple, solid move to follow up the Hane. I love it. 1 point jump because there are two things that are vulnerable right now. Both the 2 stones here and the 1 stone here. White goes ahead and jumps. Black then goes ahead and fixes. White says, where are you going to go? You can't, Hane. I'm going to cut you. So he doesn't bother trying. There you go. There you go. Doesn't try. Now, like an idiot, I thought we'd be getting some kind of an attack here. I cannot imagine this move right now in the modern era. Because there are definitely some cutty times going on here. That's really, really tough to fight against. By really tough, I mean practically impossible. Shuei attacks the other 2 stones. Okay. Asks if he can cut through. No, you cannot. Connects on back. Asks if I can go underneath. Why, yes, apparently maybe you can. That is truly a bizarre move. We're not going underneath. We're poking at a 1-point jump, really. A tiger mouth, whatever you want to call it. They're both. Why do that, though? That's a very good question. Strangest peep you've ever seen in your life? Well, it is a reinforcement for the next move. Here into here. The idea is probably, if we play this move, there are still things like this one that can still in point of fact be played, admittedly. If you've already made this exchange, it's kind of hard to do those kind of variations. So we go here into here. White's like, Aji. Black's like, okay. White's like, can I live? Not by poking out there, you can't. And now, it seems that someone is alive. That was incredibly simple. Too simple, I hate it. I want to see dead things. But I spy with my little eye one little group that could start to cry if it's surrounded. Doesn't have a lot of shape to it. Got a cutting point here. Also very interesting. Prevent the endgame. But rather than go into any of those, the pincer is both, how to say this? It's solid. It's not overly aggressive because the idea is you could attack something. You could fail to kill it in Gote and then your opponent takes a big point. So he's absolutely delaying the mid-game attacks until mid-game. That's pretty cool. 2-space jump. Very, very old. Don't really see that so much anymore. Nowadays, it's all about we'd be doing this, and then this one, and then this one, and then that one, and then that one over there. And you just be mindlessly playing out this really long-winded set sequence in the corner just to see who memorized the most. This is very interesting. It's very old-timey. Okay, I want to say it's not terribly old-timey. They were still 1 point jump or 2 point jumping like this all the way until like the early 90s. So this did stick around for another 100 years after this game. So it was a thing. It was a thing. We got the pincer here. Very awkward game because there's a lot of strength potentially for white in the upper left-hand part of the board, right? So, sure, black's got some territory, and black's got some territory, and black's got something over here. You don't really know what yet, to be honest. But influence, or not influence, but white is kind of threatening a lot of everything else, right? A whole heap and a lot of all the things. So we're going to have to be a little bit careful. Looks like a whole board problem. And there is a problem on the whole board here. Very modern response from good old Haninbo Shuei. The attachment for Sente to reduce the huge all the things that we got going on here. I dare say the AI would be a very, very happy program looking at this move. Be like, you know what? That's the kind of thing I like. White says, I cut through you. Black says, no. Incoming. And then I think there, yeah. So here we have very, very, very simple shape. White defends to not be killed. This next thing seems greedy. Not gonna lie, this next thing seems really greedy. Because this group, it still needs some help. But there's still Aji with E16 since white didn't firmly kill it. But white didn't firmly kill it because he figures that he still has this move here, kind of enclosing it, right? Kind of enclosing it. So you can kind of see both players' mindsets. On one hand, don't have to kill it, I already got a thing up there. On another as well, but you didn't actually kill it, so there's still some Aji there. So they're having a discussion. Dropping down. Okay, following up. Which will put pressure on the left-hand group. No doubt about that one. Black says, I'm just gonna live. I'm personally curious on how that's gonna happen, so okay. We got this one. Into this one. Now we're kind of seeing how it's going to happen. Because, like, how do you ruin this shape? Like, if you turn here thinking this is where the eyes are, I'm going to kill it now. He can kind of defend and then retreat. He's going to be fine. And then there's a cutting point here later. That might not be fine for you. Also, we're not going to see it potentially, but we have to be careful of this as well. This cutting point is going to be potentially Sente in the future, since if the cut is active, we can no longer actually kill these stones. So a lot of things to be careful of. White says, let's make the fight even larger. This seemed to be a very aggressive era. This is a very aggressive era in Go, clearly. Gonna try and settle. Alright, looks like we got a little bit of a breaky ladder doodad going on. And just chilling. Seeing what we have here. Lot of points going for white again. But hey, look at the thing that you didn't capture. Fighting over eyes. Just like so. Not gonna lie. I would be happy if white lost this game right now. Or, sorry, if black lost this game right now. He's got a weak grip on top of the board. This left-hand bit seems a little bit shaky, too. I'm curious to see where this is going to go. Defend. Into defend. Making sure he has eye shape. Into defend. This is an interesting move because if we don't play any kind of response to it, like, you can't do this, right? We all know this ain't going to be a thing. But at the same time, it does mean this is, because now you've got the inside cut. So if we have an eye here and this is Sente, then we're probably alive here too. So okay. Turning to leave. Surrounding the top. And surrounding the top. And now trying not to die with the top. Few things you need to take a note of. If we play here, this turns Sente and instantly black's alive. Instantly black's alive. So white's putting some pressure on here. White's like, I'm alive, or black's like, I'm alive. White responds with a defense, which then instantly is poked at again. On it to surround. Going after that eye. Okay. Looks like we're not quite alive. We have an eye here and an eye here, but it's kind of 0.5 on both. This, I do love the cut because the upper left-hand corner is not alive just yet. So we have to go back and defend. We get this one for free because of the attachment, also very nice. So we have to live there. Now we have the eye settled, nice and solid. This is still a 0.5, but we're out, so okay. We've got like a little group that we can attack here. White's like, can I kill you? Black's like, no. White says, can I cut you to pieces at least? Black says, only if I can do the same to you. White says, I don't want to be cut. Asking very, very nicely. Why the connection? That is an interesting move. Why not do that one? Why give this extra stone to the opponent, you might wonder? Well, if we play here, then you get that. Where now, wouldn't you know it, guess who's completely alive? We have the eye here, and we've got an eye here, and we've got a connection onto the outside. So black could make a really, really, really big move right now. All right, got the connection here. Goes ahead and connects. Getting cut. Trying to connect on up, which is also putting some pressure. Right now, this entire middly area is kind of shaping up to be fully under attack. Now, it will come at a cost, but you just accept that. You're trading a little bit of something for something else. That, and let's face it, now that you're cut, if you get surrounded, you're dead. You don't want to be dead. So we got this one, into this one, into this one. Yep, those stones are dead. Can't save them. Gonna go ahead and cut through there, making sure that this and this, that all of these things aren't just connecting nice and solid. kind of see what's going on here. Oh, I should mention that black does have an emergency connection with L2, but it's not one that you'd really want to do because of the push here. You'd like cut here, then Atari, and then Atari into an Atari. Like you're alive, but your corner kind of gets a little bit wrecked. You don't get as much territory there as you want. Where was I? There we go. Yeah, there, take, connect, and then disconnect. 3 stones are in trouble. 2 stones aren't connected. These stones are also not doing so great. Nice solid shape point. You can push and cut directly. A lot of great things going on there. This move, I won't lie, mildly puzzling. On one hand, white is now indisputably alive right now because there is some question. Like if we play elsewhere and we connect here and we connect here, now that there's Miai disconnects, we could wind up dead. Right? We could wind up dead. These are very, very, very aggressive players. Though it might not look like it at first glance. But you can see their moves are absolutely trying to choke someone out. And that started from the beginning of the game. Now, the difference between this and something you'd see on Fox, for example, is the Fox players will try to choke you out, and then even if it doesn't work, they're still going to try to do it. Because 20 moves, 30 moves, 40 moves later, you might make a mistake and then wind up with an elbow in the face, right? Here you got a ton of reading and calculation going on. So everything is living or dying by just a hair. All right, so we got that. Cut. Cutting points. Black says, can I cut you? White says, can I cut you? Black says, no. White says, no. The infamous emergency connection. Looking to see if he can get some cuts going on. Is declined. But that means disconnected. And like so. Looks like it's now a ko. Good old Murase Shuho has said, I will kill you until you die from it. But does it work? Did I become the ultimate troll and take a game that someone redeemed for 150,000 channel points and show their favorite player being murdered? That is a special type of trolling if I've done that one, huh? Oh, that'd be a knee slapper. It's like, hey, that's the best thing that you like in the whole world? Let's go look at it on fire, shall we? This'll be a hoot. Fear not, I did not do that. Fear not, I did not do that. This, it turns out, is not something that white can play. His calculation has failed him. First, we have the cut. Into an extend. All white has to do is not die. Qs only, Don. Shut your mouths. Do any Qs first have any idea on the next move? I will say I'm not sure I would get it. I would just do the obvious one, and it probably is. Yeah, I would just do the obvious one. Oh 05, the throw in. Interesting. R11. R11? Wait, what? R11? I like I like that. I like that idea. Just Tanuki. Yeah, just Tanuki. So here's the fun move. My move would just be here. Bop, bop, and then I cut, right? Yeah, I just cut, right? It seems like it's fine. This is now a resignation. And it's a resignation for counting reasons. It is a resurround on the white group. It is a resurround on the white group. If we do this, there is nowhere to go. If we do this, there is nowhere to go. Nothing here works out. Okay, that admittedly would work out. Sorry, my bad. I changed my mind. We'd Atari. If we play here, well, you're still surrounded. You're not breaking the surround. So how many moves does it take to capture the inside then? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7. At the very least, you're looking at 7. You can't play 5 because it's an Atari. I know. I'm just saying hypothetically, let's just switch 5 and 6 then. There you go. Does this group get 7 liberties? I see about 4. Because this is going to go down to like just a solid line where these stones and these stones are sharing like 1, 2, 3. And then you got like maybe a 4 or 5 here. So you can't escape. You could do something like this. But that's just not going to do it either, is it? You're like, ha ha ha, I am out. Are you? Yes, I am. Are you? Yes, shoot. No, I'm not. Like, it's just not gonna work. Right? There's so much really, really unfortunate things going on there. You can probably play this one too. There's not enough liberties. Because once you're here, you're dead. Which I'm pretty sure is the slogan for Olive Garden. Because yeah, you're dead here. So it's just boom, you're gone. And I love this game for a couple of reasons. It started off very, very aggressive, but not overplayingly aggressive. And then when someone was dead, they resigned. A completely unthinkable result in today's modern Go. It's absolutely crazy. Brings a tear to your eye to think we ever lived in an era where people resign just because they lost the game. It's amazing. But I tell you, once upon a time they did. They did. It was beautiful. Let me tell you, beautiful. Now, some people in chat will be a little upset if I don't go over a game where Shuei was playing in like the 1890s. The mid 1880s apparently wasn't when he like got into his prime. It's okay. We're gonna look at a game in the 1890s now. And once again, I'm cheating. So those of you on YouTube, look for that upload as well. Coming up probably maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. But the game is coming your way.